So the next speaker for the discussion forum would be architect Kanchana Karunaratne. So let me do a little brief introduction about her before I hand over the stage to her. And she holds an AIA membership which she obtained in 2012, and the graduate membership that she obtained in 2006, and the student membership that she obtained in 2003. She has also established the Kanchana Karunaratne Architects in 2017. She was also a project architect at Cinnamon Life Water Integrated Development in the year of 2015 to 2017. She is also a writer, a columnist, and a photographer. So I would like to invite architect Kanchana Karunaratne on stage for your presentation.
Good evening. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. Okay, now we are at a crisis or whatsoever. This is about few questions about the forum. This is topic is never too small. This is a number you are very familiar with. Can anyone express your idea about this number? What is that number? Anyone in the forum? Okay, this is our total area of this country. So, with this area, what we have, like we have population about 21 million. This is not a small amount. If you think about much larger country like Australia, they have the same population. And in the world, in the population, in terms of population, we are at rank number 58. That is not a bad number also. It is not a small number. We are highly dense country. But in terms of area, Asia, we have 36, we are in the 36. Now what has happened in our country about 3 decades? We, in 2000 we had about 45% of 35% of agricultural land, and in 2020 it increased up to about 45%. The vegetation, it also decreased significantly. Then bare lands, it's also decreased. That means people trying to do something on the bare lands. Now we are running out of area and land. Then we have the fourth segment, settlements. Settlements are vastly rapidly increasing in the large volumes. If you about in 1960s, when Ina Silva house was designing in Colombo, about 60 perches considered as a very small number for a house. But now it is about 10 perches very difficult to buy. It's a large amount. That is a world population density. India is definitely at the high risk area. Then China, it's also a large, most populated country. Then Sri Lanka, it's also red. We are not small either. So now overall, when we try to buy a house, residential house, with we have to at least have 1 million per one perch if we are going to build a house with a land. That is the difficult part. So imagine if you are having 5 perch, it's about 50 million. So it's not a large plot, but it is the amount. the land price, Colombo, if you are buying, looking at Kolpiti area, like Bambalapit here, even Dehiwala, the land price is about 12 million per perch. And now suburban area, most suburban areas like Homagama, what we looking for to buy a land, Homagama, Bataramul, this area, that at least it would be like 1 million. So these are some figures to go through, like Colombo. If you are looking at a house in Colombo, it's about easily nearly 20 million. If you are looking for an apartment, about 96 million. So these are some figures what we are looking at the moment, unfortunately. So, like most of our dream is like we have three different values in life. What is three different values? Food, clothes, and houses. Now, house is one big dream for everyone. We all want to have a nice house. That is our one of the. If you look at our targets, like achievements, house is a one achievement. So, like most of Sri Lankan middle class, what is the aim is how to have a house. How? Now, good days are over. There is a time which had clients so much of money, bulk of money, they are coming and saying, we would like to build a house. But that time is over. Now we looking for bank loans, mortgage, and all those practical issues, how to get a house. Would you imagine it is 27.8 per interest rate. It was about 3 years back, it was about 12.7. Can you imagine the rates are going so much high? This is what happened during the last 2 years in Sri Lanka till 2020. And if you look at the 22, this is the prices are gone. Can you imagine the cement price has gone 187% from the value we had earlier. So dreaming and burning, that is the main catastrophe we are facing. We want to have a house, we want to have a nice place, but problem is this price escalation. And when we are thinking about designing, building a house, we have a large, anyone has some sort of dreams, what kind of house. We need to have best schools for our children. We need to have, if you have children like the 3-member family, we would like to have at least 3-4 bedrooms for each family member. And nice garden. Now during the COVID period, we know everyone was stuck in the houses. Those who don't have garden, they don't have no else to do. They are stuck in the garden. They are stuck in small envelopes. So everyone wants to have a nice garden as well. So this is the dream of a house. This is the main dream. But we, unfortunately, like South Asia, Southeast Asia, we don't have that facility. This is the one of the Hong Kong. I think everyone is familiar with Hong Kong. This is how the people living in the Hong Kong cities. Personally, I believe we are humans need to be living at least minimum standards, minimum well-beings. We can't live like animals. This is the most richest part of the Asia, like Hong Kong. But this is how the life would be. These are like concrete jungles, like Hong Kong, it is full of this is the catastrophe. But same time, we have small spaces where we can design properly, nicely, and arrange properly with our requirements. So, what I think about the small designing small spaces. That is the most important thing is in our houses. The house is getting larger and larger. The circulation also larger and larger. If you in terms of for the 3000 square feet house, it will definitely have 30% of the circulation spaces such as corridors, verandas. These are, I'm not saying these are bad, these are nice, those are nice elements. We would like to have a veranda, we would like to have a corridor, but that is at the moment, with this situation, can we afford that quality of the life? Can we afford that luxury? Now veranda, corridors has become luxury, the circulation become a luxury. Earlier, about mid 60s, the helical staircases, spiral staircases, those are the very pleasing elements. Now everyone wants to have a nice helical staircase, spiral staircase, which is getting a large volume, but at the moment we can't afford. This is some images in Japan, which is highly populated, highly dense area. This is like one perch, less than one perch. This is how they building. What they do is they essentially gather what is the most important parts when we are designing, what is the most important essential aspects when it is a house. So this is what one solution has come. Unfortunately, these are some small another project which I got from in Japan. This is two perch, that house is entirely built on two perch. So what is the one perch total area? It is 227 square feet. That is not a small amount if we utilize that area properly. But Sri Lanka, now Japan is a developed country, they have about 60% of forest. The country covered this 60% of forest. But Sri Lanka, urban council and provincial council has a strict rule. The minimum plot coverage should be less than, if it is an urban council, more than 6 perches. If it is a provincial council, it is more than 10 perches. These are regulation when we going to build houses in Sri Lanka. So we can't go beyond this extent. We are restricted with the regulation within the, even with this crisis situation. The regulations are not adopted with this current situation in Sri Lanka. So this is one project which I did, which I designed recently. This is site location. This is highly dense area near southern province at Galle. The total, this area, entire area is about 2 acres, but this is a small housing scheme which was about 10 years ago this was built. So this, my client brought one plot here, but regulation is we need to have 6 perches to build a house. Now each perch became about 3 lakhs, it's about 1.8 million rupees. This is the situation when we get into the site. This is the images of the site. So when we take into the site, that entire site, when we do the survey plans and all, even though it says 6 perches, actual area was 5.8 perches. Some peripheries has taken the land plot as well. From that, we can't use nearly 2% because of the rain. There is a that purple line, that is a stormwater line, which is even for a small rain, that entire area, this orange color area get flooded. With a small rain, the entire area get flooded. So what we did was avoiding that flooding area and limited the building into the one side of the site, and that was about 3.2 perches. So this entire building was built on 2.3 perches of land, that house. So we have front width about 6 meters, and total length was 16 meters. So, but clients, they need their main requirements, like we have some requirements, we need this and that. So they came up with, we need at least one parking. Okay, I said fine. Then they need a grand entrance. Okay, grand. I don't know about the grand, but entrance is fine. Then double height living. So we have 3.2 perches. They need double height in double height. Then they want to do a small budget house. Then I said, okay, we will do a double height. Okay, fine. I think everybody familiar with the double height, right? Double height volumes. Then dining, pantry, and bedroom. At their elderly parents going to live with them, they need a bedroom at the ground floor level. Then they also need a wet kitchen. Then outdoor washroom and a bathroom, and utility and the stairways. The second floor, they need minimum 3 bedrooms. Minimum 3 bedrooms. Okay, minimum 3 bedrooms, and they requested each bedroom need to have a attached bathroom as well. I said no, we can't do that. So we have to compromise when we have a small house, a small plot. We have to compromise. We can't have each and everything. So I said one bedroom going to have attached bathroom. The other kids has to share the bathroom as well. Then TV lobby, that's okay, fine. Stairways. The total area comes about 650 square feet. Then rooftop, as again we went with a roof garden and a small pavilion with the outdoor toilet as well. Now we have with connecting all these elements, we need to have a circulation as well. We need to go to the building, we need to go through the building without disturbing each other. What I did was, the yellow color shows the circulation spaces became the public areas, like living area, dining area. That circulation space incorporated with the public areas in the house. So we have that main spine in the house, which is the public area. It also, then this blue patch is the double height volume. Then we have a small house, but we have different volumes in the building, like double height, as they said, bedrooms in the different volume. That is the one triple height staircase volume. Likewise, we have different volumes as well. So that is the main entrance. So this would be the front view of the house. It is 3.2 perches house. Yes, they have entrance, they have main bedroom, they have one bathroom and the double height volume as well. This is the side volume. This is the side elevation which looks that area. Then this is the rear view of the building, rear view. All the bedrooms are on that rear area. Then this is a rooftop area. So this is the internal arrangements. As I mentioned earlier, we have the main staircase and this is the double height volume. This is the living area. This is that double height volume and the living area. So that since we have one side get the sunlight and all, we have one total glass facade. It gives you more. Actually, the living area is about 10 into 17 feet. It is not a large amount, about 170 square feet. So, but with that adjustments, we were able to get some sort of a large volume as you enter the house. So mostly, except for one furniture, the other furnitures are built-in furnitures. And the other fact to create this ambience, now we have to have partitioning through the building. We have to cover, we have to zone living, parking and everything. So instead of going the conventional parkings, what I did was have from the parking and the living room, we have separate steel grill sort of thing without not going for the solid partition. But overall, the small space able to get some sort of vibe. So this is upper level. We have the TV lobby as you enter from the staircase well. These are the bedrooms. Mostly we were relying on inbuilt furniture without going for the movable furnitures. For the master bedroom, now each house, when we are having houses, when we need to have a storage, the storage is a huge issue. Like each house asking for we need a storage and all. So this is the storage also going with the inbuilt furniture. Then this is the next house, which is it is in Colombo. Exactly, we got 7.4 purchase. This is the first image is 2019. Before, when I visit the site, the Google image shows the road and all. The next image is 2022. Within 2 years, the entire area was built up, only leaving this 7.4 purchase land. It's even I don't think these two buildings obtained the council approval or anything, but they were illegally or somehow they were built it. When we are looking at the site, it's already crammed with three sides. From three sides, it's covered. We don't have any breathing space. There's one tree there, the mango tree. I want to keep that tree. I want to save this tree at least. That tree is very important. That is the only thing. Other shrubs have gone. And when it comes to regulation, we have main regulation, the rear space. When two-story building, we need to have a 10-foot reservation. But again, with these clients, they need at least two vehicle parking. The 7.4 perch parking is a main issue. We have a house, we have a parking. You can't park on the roadside. So they requested a minimum two vehicle parking. So basically we zone into two areas. One, the blue line shows the rear space. We leave it like that. The front is the parking lot. Then since we don't have any garden spaces or any other breathing space in the site, what we did was giving garden spaces within the site. The building is located among the within the garden space. It is like a house more inside of the garden. It's not a house you look outside from the house. You are already living in the garden. It's that sort of concept. So all the green patches show garden spaces around the house. Then they need separate staircase. The client want to rent out the 2 stories above. The ground floor going to be occupied by the clients. The 2 stories, other 2 floors going to rent out for their financial reason. Then entrance is from here. So since with we designed this after the COVID and the roof garden was there as we rear space, what we did was, since we have a significant rear area, we give this as a pool area. This is the building from the from roadside. It is 3-story building. This is how it looks. It's 3-story building. Okay. Times. This is some images of the 3 different levels, that living, dining area. We have 3 different floors. It has different character in the tree. Each floor has different Since we have that odd shape of the building, bathrooms became very odd or triangular, irrelevant spaces. So we have to manage these, had to manage these bathrooms into that area as well. So with my experience, I would like to mention 3 points when we design small spaces. One thing is natural daylight. We can't ignore the natural daylight. Just try to get whatever the available material. We don't rely on artificial lighting. This is another small renovation I did. Earlier this was a cupboard space, but when we are doing the renovation, I turned into a writing space. During the COVID period, this was very useful. They were using this area very much, so try to get the natural light as much as possible. The other thing is adjustable furniture. This is an old Dutch foldable table we are using at the same house. Adjustable furniture would work in very much easily. You can work in the small spaces. The other thing is creative storage. What I mentioned is what we do normally is we have a store area, utility room, we put all the dumps into that area. The house has a one room, even it could be a bedroom, but later turn into a storage space. Don't go for that. Try to be little bit creative. Since they were requested additional space, I introduce a small attic floor as well. Then this is the stairways to go to the attic space. Inside that they have wardrobe and closet within that. So as Ms. Van Roo said, God is in details. We can't forget that statement, because if we put more effort into detailing small things, the reward will be magnificent. Then several mistakes we shouldn't do. One thing is, if we are doing a very conventional partitioning walls, when we are designing small spaces, that is too bad. It won't end up nicely. This is another picture what I want to show. They need library and the passageway partition, but I said we would, unless we are not doing conventional partition, we will keep a screen wall. This is that example. And please don't clutter with the building, other elements like furniture and all those things. Even it could be a living area. So this is one image. This is a small living area. So going with the minimum furniture and all, this was the please don't clutter. Then what most of sometimes I have seen, to enhance the area of the place, what we do is we are putting a mirror somewhere in the building. We put a mirror to get the image, and we may think it will look bigger in the volume, but if we use unnecessarily mirror in the building, that will also, it won't give the ambience what we expected. So this is the place where I place mirror in that same bedroom, where you get the minimum sunlight. So that only it will be a natural light source as well. So less is more finally. That's all. Anyone has questions about the So I think everyone is clear with the presentation, and thank you very much for listening. Okay.